Oscar Piastri takes the checkered flag and will stand on the top step of a Grand Prix podium.
Oscar Piastri, Grand Prix winner. Still getting used to it?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's very, very cool, don't get me wrong. But it'll still take a bit more time for it to fully sink in. Like, it sunk in more than it did immediately post-race, but it'll still take a bit more time. Summer break will help with that, I think.
Did you take the trophy to bed? Did you sleep with the trophy that night?
No, I haven't seen the trophy since we took the photos with it. The team get to keep it, so I will be requesting my replica soon enough, I'm sure. But no, I did not take it to bed with me. And I mean, I know Lando's history with Hungarian trophies, so
Well, we saw you jump on it and hold it when he did his champagne smash. It was great.
Yeah, there was good reason for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen it unfold before. I was not letting it happen to me.
At any point during that race, were you worried when Lando pitted first and you were in the lead and you knew he was going to then have the advantage?
Okay, Oscar, Lando has pitted to make sure he covers Hamilton. We'll manage that situation.
Oscar has had the radio message again to say, don't worry about Lando.
There goes Lando Norris, the head of his teammate.
We discussed all of these things before the race, and you know, for me it was explained very thoroughly before the race and in the race.
Once you get to Lando, we will swap position.
Do you want to let Oscar through? We should have boxed him first then, surely, no?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, it does. To me, maybe.
So, you know, I fully get why Lando was asking questions, and you know, no one's going to want to give up the lead. But you know, I think we all remembered that you know, certain decisions and the pit stop order were made because of the trust with me and Lando. You know, if we were racing each other with no other threats around us, we probably would have pitted in a very different order. So it's very important that trust is there and we're able to execute those situations like that.
Oscar Piastri can see Lando Norris going very slowly down the straight. Oscar Piastri takes the lead of this race, and that was the right thing to do.
It was fair just to give the position back. Oscar's done a lot for me in the past and helped me in many races. He drove a better race than I did. You know, he got a better start. He deserved it, and it was the right thing to do. So
the open point that we left was, if we had have swapped back immediately, would we have been racing all the way to the end? I mean, that probably would have been the question I would have had, I guess. And you know, if that had have been the case in the race on the weekend, then that would have been completely fine with me. Ultimately, I race for McLaren, and if they need me to help with the team's objectives, and whether that is winning a world championship with Lando in the driver's standings, then you know, I'll do what's asked of me. And you know, I think it would be the same the other way around. Later in the year, if that's a realistic thing, then yes, I'll do my part. But for now, you know, because you get 25 points for a win, it doesn't take that much to be in a similar place to Lando in the driver's standings. So if I get called for it, I'll do it. But until then, I'll do as best as I can to finish as high as I can.
So can McLaren win the Constructors' Championship this year?
I think definitely. I think we've closed the gap massively in the last, I don't know how many races it is now, but 6 or 7 since Miami, basically. Last weekend, we took a massive haul of points out of Red Bull. You know, it wasn't that long ago that the gap was 100 plus.
What about you, Orlando? Can one of you win the drivers?
I think that would be a big task. I think obviously for Orlando it's more realistic than me at this stage. But like I said, it doesn't take too many races and too many big results, whether that's a win or a second or a DNF, for the picture to change a lot.
Do you think you're ruthless enough?
I think
to win the World Championship, to really have the success that your driving deserves?
Just because I'm calm doesn't mean that I'm not ruthless. You know, there's been a lot of tough situations through my career where you need to get your elbows out, and you know, I think I said last year, you know, I don't want to be seen as a pest on track, but you have to earn your respect. And you know, I feel like that's something that I've done, and try to race people hard but fair. I definitely think I'm ruthless enough, but yeah, that doesn't have to come at the expense of being calm and a nice person as well.